Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a while since I've done a video, and I just wanted to give you an update on where we're at with the fwFX Trade Assistant, which is this one right here. This tool is basically ready to go. I've been sitting on it for quite some time. Haven't really been motivated to get it online for you guys, but the number of emails I keep getting, when's it going to be ready, what's happening? I'll probably launch this weekend. But the video now will be about some of the new features that are in the tool that you probably haven't seen before, mostly from community requests, things like that. And there's plenty more to come, but for right now, if we never get it out, if we're always waiting for the next stage of development to be ready, then it's never going to be released. So we're just going to have to bite the bullet and release it as it is. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. It's just that there's more things coming that I want to pack into this tool to give to the community, but I just haven't got time to get it all done and keep everyone happy with a release date. So we're going to release it as it is. And as you'll see, there's some really cool features in here that you probably haven't seen before, at least not in this tool. So here we are, we've got the chart open and the tool is loaded. So what we can do is click this and we get our pending order flyout panel. This allows us to place pending orders on the chart anywhere we'd like. But what I really want to show you are these trade lines, and they're really cool. So what we can do, if we want to see where the take profit and the stop loss will be, if we click this buy button, this is a visual representation of where they'll be. So to show you how it works, if I click buy, you can see that my take profit and stop loss are in the exact same spot. What I want you to see now is the risk. Okay, so my position size here is 0.86 based on the risk that I wanted to trade with and the distance of my stop loss, which is 1.5 times the ATR. But the key with these trade lines is if I drag this to below the previous swing low and then buy, you'll notice, okay, my stop loss is down here now, but my position size is smaller. And that's because it has automatically adjusted the risk based on my stop loss distance. So it's a pretty cool tool to allow you to dynamically change the position of where your stop loss is going to go. So if we put it right down here and we buy, bang, you can see position size is smaller again. So it's a handy way to visually trade your system. Like, maybe we want the take profit here and the stop loss is going to be right down here. If we're going to swing trade or do something like that, when we buy, you can see it automatically places the trades. Position size is much smaller because it needs to move a lot farther before it hits that stop loss for a maximum of 2% risk. Now, one of the other things I wanted to show you, which is really cool, is a filter on these buy and sell buttons. Now, what this allows us to do is say, if the current candle is below a certain percentage of the ATR value, don't let us click these buttons. It's kind of like just a reminder, hey, it's not enough volatility in the market, so don't enter a trade. So at the moment, the buttons are fine, they work, but if we change that value to, say, 75% of the ATR, you'll see that these buttons will come back as red. And that's because the current candle is not larger than 75% of the ATR. So these buttons no longer work. So it's just it's a warning to say, hey, we're in a low volatility period, depending on what you set that value to be, and don't trade. And if you change the chart or we change that value, these buttons will become available again, and away we go. So that's a quick look at the new fwFX Trade Assistant. This will be available this weekend, and you can subscribe for as little as $5 a month. That is the cost of a cup of coffee. So if you can't invest in yourself, $5 a month, I'm not really sure how this tool's going to help you, and you may as well just stick with the standard No Nonsense Forex Trade Assistant. That's still 100% free. It will always be free. It just doesn't have these advanced features, and that's because No Nonsense Forex doesn't require them. But if you want some really cool things, then move over to the fwFX Trade Assistant. You basically will get tons and tons of extra features. And to give you a comparison on how many things are added to the Pro Tool, you can see here is a massive list of extra features in the $5 a month tool. It's not an expensive tool. So when you subscribe, you are licensed to use the tool on up to 3 different trading accounts on any combination of platforms. It could be MT4 or MT5. You can see here I've got a couple of different accounts. I don't want this one anymore. I'm going to spin up a new account and we'll just chuck in your account number, and then that account is ready to go, and the tool will validate that before it allows you to trade. So hopefully that's given you some information on the new fwFX Trade Assistant. This will be available this weekend, I promise you that. So keep an eye out and have a great weekend. Cheers.